Hello and welcome to A Walk with Mal, people. Today is a fabulous day. We've got teacher, dancer, choreographer, Anuq Wilson that hails from Cape Town but currently residing in Joburg on the show. People, she is a powerhouse. She's in the building. Hallo, ja, remember kasi no. And we are out here, people. Anuq Wilson is in the building. Thank you for rushing the process of the show. Ons loop nie, ons hardloop. As 'n hardloop met Anuq
in 'n coat.
As coach om jou plek in. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for
I feel like I must say
having me.
welcome to Cape Town.
Also.
But you're all from Cape Town.
Yes,
it's
I
so
am.
cool to have you on
Thank
the
you for
show.
having
I
me.
mean, you've trained with amazing people, Kumari, Gus, to name a few.
Yeah.
But what sparked dancing for you?
I was in grade 3
Okay.
at my primary school. My grade 3 teacher, Mr. Vito, was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Do you want to be part of this dance for our school play?"
Okay.
I was like, "Okay." I was the tiniest one there. I had to stay after school and learn these steps. I still remember some of the steps.
Don't
actually.
lie.
It was to Mariah Carey.
Kijk het jou do it.
Oh, when you walk by.
Yay! Hy is 'n lekker nummer. Yay.
So my
Ek
mom
ken
was
nooit
like,
woorde nie,
my ma het altyd gesê, "If I ever see Miss Levita again, I'm going to kill her."
Hoekom?
Because after that,
Is dit oor en uit?
toen was ik weg.
Toe se carrière weg.
Was het weg. That's where it started, primary school, and
Wow.
I used to get involved with all like the shows and stuff at school. Each class would have had to do something. I'd be like, I'm gonna take charge.
Was dit? Sy was hy leader in
I was
dance.
there, and that was it. Like I wasn't very much into the hip hop scene. It was more like what they call funk back then.
Okay,
You
it
know,
was
like,
different. It was different. Yes, ek voel dit. Yes, hy het nou
Yes.
nog 'n step hoor.
Yay.
Sy my count of uitken.
Yes, that was it. That
Love
from there
it.
it never stopped.
Just never stopped. And then I mean, speaking about school, who were you when you grew up? Watter tipe meisie was jy? Was jy 'n nerd? Was jy die it girl?
Well, all the way through from primary school to high school, I was the skinny girl.
Okay.
They called me the thin girl.
Hi, Jonna. Hy is 'n
Very
reggie.
mean.
Hy is 'n reggie.
And I was the nerd. I was a straight A student at school.
Wow.
Yeah, and then when I got to high school, that was when I kind of like found my feet. But I had a group of friends, all 5 of us, absolute nerds.
Okay.
Boek
Maar school, julle is
billings.
almal cool.
Yes.
School is julle almal saam is.
We were together, we were very focused in school, but I was also very much involved at school with dancing.
Stunning.
So in grade 8, there was a play that took place as well, a whole production, and I auditioned for it. And then every year from then, I used to get involved in all of the school
Sure.
activities, and then eventually I just did my own thing. There was one day my principal walked into the school quad, and I had connected I found a lead at home, and I walked into the staff room. I was like, "Can I please plug this in with dancing?"
In die staafroom.
Yeah, can we dancing in the
And I thank you.
Plug in music goes on. My principal was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It was 50 students. I was just like dancing in the." I was like,
Jy's 'n leader. Jy's
I was
en
like,
dis wat
no,
jy
no,
is
no, no,
vandag,
no.
you know,
Yeah.
you took charge of your life and your career. You scored it. And then tell us me about the experience that you had. I mean, I know you mentioned it before, but you auditioned when you were 16 for a show and it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. I mean, not everyone was voting for you.
Yeah.
But why did you like keep going? Like, what made you pursue dance, even though? I mean, in life, we don't have people believing in us all the time.
absolutely. My main pillar and the one person who believed in me, I think, who believes in us all, is our mothers.
Sure.
And she was really my biggest support structure, bless her soul. I remember that day very clearly. I left there and I cried. I went home and I cried.
Sure.
And she came into my room and she said, "You have 2 decisions to make." She was very tough on me. She's like, "One, you can either lay there and cry." I said, "Cry, but once you're done crying, make a decision. Are you
Sure.
going to prove this person wrong one day, or are you going to prove them right?"
Dis oor daai
You know?
guys.
And I proved this person very wrong.
Nee, meisie. Maar as ek jou CV kyk, guys, when I check this girl CV is oor en uit, I was like, we won't be able to touch. We actually need a whole series on Anuq because of the stuff you've done is like, it's beyond. I mean, and then hybrid happened. Tell us about that experience, how that happened. You guys
That-
made waves.
Oh my
my
god,
girl.
that was the most important part of my journey.
Sure.
I would say so. I went to Shekinah Full Gospel Church,
Okay.
Beacon Valley, and then I saw these people dancing. Alistair Adams,
Hello.
Dane van der Rede,
Oh, hey.
Dalton Knoop,
Come on.
Tanya Jiggy Knoop. They had their thing going on there. So what is this? Whatever. Toe eendag was ons by 'n youth ding.
Okay.
Alistair and Dane, you could not get them to stop dancing. They'd
Okay.
find a corner, they'd
That's bizarre.
and that's altyd bizar. They were like, "Oh, there they go again." So there was a cypher that started people jumping in the circle. And you know, there's this one thing I will never forget. My heart was on fire.
Wow.
I will never forget that feeling. And I realized the only way for me to get rid of that feeling is if I got into the cypher.
Sure.
And I'm even getting goosebumps.
Ik voel ook nou,
and I think you can relate.
Yo,
like,
I feel it.
You know, when you're like, oh my god, the music is so, I need to just get rid of this feeling. And I jumped in the cypher. And then this guy Dalton saw me. I felt like I was in a movie. He came to put his arm around me. Yo, bro.
Yeah,
you, man.
Yo. You out
He
here.
didn't say it like that.
But in your mind, it was like,
I was like, yes,
it's a movie.
You got self.
Yeah, it's a lead, hoor.
To say for me, look here, man.
Yo.
Got practice on
Yo,
Monday,
yo.
man. This is where it's at. Do you want to come through? I was like, okay.
Wat sê jy toe? En met ons plain taal of soos daai?
No, I was like, okay. I was very like,
Okay. Ek het nog gedink dat American accent aangesit is fyn.
Yo,
Was it-
yeah, man.
Yeah. See y'all.
See
Out
y'all.
here, it's battle.
be here, you get a message. You know what I'm saying? Be there.
It's a mess.
You know.
Yeah.
No, not a mess. So
Flight hulle vir jou.
Ja.
By the way, okay.
Signals.
Ja. Volkie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo,
Toe gaan
okay.
ek, dit was baie close by my huis, maar oor die main pad, ek was hele bly net hier.
Oh, wow.
So, they performed and did this routine to say dat my come in must then was must nou let's see what you can do.
Let's see your ability.
Ek is mos nou
Ja,
hier.
yes, there's nobody, I see you. Get it down.
They were like, no.
Say
It's
it.
okay, she can sort of do it. And then we started a crew. And they were like, come dance with us, do this. And then we started competing, and then the crew changed from guy and girl to like an all-female crew. So when I did the production with Kumar in 2008, a year before that I met Letitia, because Letitia saw us dancing somewhere and she was like, I want to dance with that crew.
Are you serious?
So she was still part of Heal the Hood at the time.
Lovely.
Part of the production team with Emil. And we danced at ABC 2006.
Yeah.
And she saw us and she's like, I want to dance with this crew. Then the crew changed. Shami jumped on board when we started with after we danced with Kumari with Temple of Hip Hop, and then we became a female crew. Like.
That is a pure. As 'n query journey is gaan en it's like it's set out for you, man. It's like dance called you. It was klaar daar gesit vir jou. When was the time? When do you think? When did you take this serious? When were you like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. This is my thing.
So strange that you should ask the question. I was studying law for 3 years.
Ek het hy LLB gesien daar, so ja.
Short-lived. No regrets.
Yo.
And I wanted to always do law. And then while I was studying, I was still dancing. I was still part of the crew. I would compete. I would go home studying. My mom would be like, cool, you have dancing, you need to go. My mom is like, you always have to have balance. She's like, put your books away, go. And I would be like, no. She's like, no, go. Which mother's chases you away from your books?
So it's quite like that. Yes. Love it.
Anyway, so I would find a way. Like, she's like, make a way, go, compete. I would still be competing. Then I would, like, even at varsity, my friends would be like, you're so passionate about this. Why are you here? And I'm like, because in my mind, it's that thing of like, you must have something to fall back on. You can't rely on this dance thing or this rap thing or this whatever thing.
Yeah, it's an artist vibe.
Absolutely. And I had that in the back of my mind all the time. And then in my third year, I was just like, I did my exams, I passed with flying colors. I walked to my mom, I gave her my report, and I said, I'm not going back next year. What? And she looked at me and she looked at my report and she said, my love, I was waiting for you to come and tell me.
Oh, you see.
I will never forget
Your
that
ma's
day.
a prophet, hoor.
Kijk hier.
Yo.
And she said, all I'm going to say to you is I know that you work hard. You have to apply whatever hard work you've placed into your schoolwork, into this thing that you believe in. And she's like, you cannot sit on your ass and do nothing.
Wow.
So I told her, give me a year.
Sure.
She's like, cool. 2009, I was like finding my feet. I was doing stuff. I was gigging. It wasn't as consistent. And then 2010 was when I did that audition for the movie, and that's when everything
changed. Oh, wow.
So that was when I knew. Like, when my mom said that, I was like, this is confirmation. I was like, okay, now I need to work.
En niks is maklikie. Niks kom maklikie. Yo, I'm so happy that you're sharing with us. People. Anuq Wilson is in the building. I want you guys to see what she's capable of. So don't go anywhere. We're going to show a lekker dance clip here van Anuq. Ek is a walk with, of is it a run with Anuq? Come on, Kodia. You got surf. Hello.
South Africa.
people, Anuq Wilson in the building. Kyk, jou journey is te lekker. Ek like it when it's real, it is raw, ek is oor it. I mean, you spoke about it before the break of the movie that happened for you.
Yes.
Let's go into that. That was Joburg life.
Yeah, so I had no intention of living there. I was like, no. I auditioned for this movie, and myself and Shami auditioned, and she was like, she's moving. I'm like, you're on your own, I'm coming home. I don't know what my plan is, but I'm coming home. Went there, and we were booked for 2 months to be there. Stayed at my cousin's place, and then while I was doing the movie rehearsals and stuff, I would hear about stuff. Oh, there's an audition here. There's a rehearsal here. Do you want to come? We need a girl. Come through. Like, we need booking work. I'm like, yo, if I go home, there's going to be nothing. So there was a point where we went on like a 2-week break, and they said, you can either go home or you can stay. And I was like, I want to go home. I want to be with my mom. Went home and twiddled my thumbs. I was like, no, it's done. I'm going to decide. I haven't told my mom yet.
Sure.
Toen ga ik weer terug Joburg toe. We finished the movie. Then I was like, I'm going back home for Christmas.
Yes.
Then I spoke to another friend of mine, and she wanted to move as well. She's like, come, you do it. I remember sitting at the Virgin Active on the internet at Westgate Mall. And she's like, are you going to do that? I'm like, let's book the flight now. Booked the flight on the 24th of December. Christmas came. Made sure I had my lunch first, man. Before I break the news.
Moenie
En as ek
dat
kyk,
jy
ja,
gaan
kos
jou
maar
lunch kry nie,
net.
dit
Ek
lyk
lekker
so-
my dik geëet eers. Sê ek, okay, mommy, I'm ready
Nou
now.
sê ook vol en reg.
I'm like, Mom, I have something to tell you. She's like, what? She's like, you've been acting very strange. What's going on?
Dis ook goed.
I'm just by she knows me. She's like, I'm moving to Joburg. She's like, oh, for what? I'm like, for dancing. I really want to move. The work is great. You know, I've been talking to you about it. She's like, cool, when are you leaving? I'm like, in 2 days. She's like, what? Like now, 27th of December, you're going? Yeah, over tomorrow. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. She's like, don't talk to me. She didn't speak to me for the rest of Christmas. I was just like,
Nah, but it's just sudden. Sure.
so I booked my flight. I had my flight money. I had 1 month's rent, and I had 1,000 rand.
Ew!
So I had some stuff set up, but it was like sporadic.
Maar as
It
maar
wasn't like-
faithful because wat sy sê elke maand uitgesort het.
But when I feel something, I trust
need
what I
to go
feel.
with
I
it.
trust what I feel,
Because oor it.
and I don't think twice about it.
That is so cool.
I don't leave room for doubt. If I think about it too long, I'm not going to do it. And if I do that, then I know I shouldn't be doing it. So I was like, boom, close my eyes, I remember sitting on the plane. I was like, what are you doing?
Klaar daar, wat kan je back?
I'm like, Mommy, I hope I don't see you in a month because you trust me. So I actually just, I heard her voice, and she's like, you better make this work. She's like, you better make this work. She's like, no child of mine has failed. You will not fail.
Yo, that is hectic. But you know what? I think the cool thing for me is because I know who you are in the industry. And I remember I took my first class from your show. Guys, listen. And you, I mean, the stuff that you've done already, you know, you're an icon to so many, from me and from baie mense. And now I listen to your story. Is a real story. Jy took maar, het was nie maklik nie, you know? En gepraat van die, like, what challenges did you face back then versus now?
Back then, I think it was easier back then.
Really?
Because dance was just fun, man. You could go home and have a warm plate of food and a bed to sleep and wake up and you would still be fine. You had nothing to worry about. You had your parents doing things for you.
Sure.
All you had to do was just tell your mommy, I'm going to dancing and you'll see me later. Also, my mom was at every comp, so she was
Sy's op pad. En
very
ek
much
is ook
involved.
in 'n dans.
En ek wil iets sê, gou man.
Sê het?
Eendag was daar 'n competition, was Issa Cup.
Ah!
My ma sit in the crowd. Sandile was ook daar. Sandwan was there. Sandwan comes to me outside, he's like, Anuq, your mom is clued up, eh? I'm like, what do you mean? Some guy was op die stage when he popping was na selections. My ma sê vir hom, he's not even hitting.
Is oor en uit. So sy was eintlik 'n undercover popper. Sy was 'n undercover popper.
She's like,
Just say me nou,
she's
ek kom my
like,
training daar ook kry.
He's like, he's not even hitting. Why is he using his shoulders?
What?
I'm like,
Don't lie.
I'm like, that's
Are you
normal.
serious?
I'm serious.
Ek kon my training ook kry daar in die Mitchells Plain.
Absolutely.
Ek het eintlik 'n verkeerde plek gesoek, maar dit is fyn.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Why?
that is
Crazy, eh?
levels, eh?
Okay, so that was like a young interval.
Yeah,
in the
nee, ek was
story
oor
there.
dit, ek was oor dit,
Okay,
ek
cool.
was oor
So, I think it was easier, and I don't think none of us knew what we were doing. We really didn't know. We trusted what we felt, and we went with it.
Sure.
It was raw. It was real,
Ek like that actually.
and it wasn't about. It wasn't about what you're doing in the cipher. It was about what you feel.
Ah,
And I was more jealous of someone who was willing to jump into a cipher
sure.
than actually being in the cipher. If someone went in before me and there were times when you're like,
seperti masih
and then when the cipher's over, you're like, oh, I could have just gone in. Then you see that guy in the cipher and you're like, he's not even doing anything hectic. He's just feeling it. I'm like, why didn't I go in? And that's what I miss mostly.
Wow.
So that is, I think, firstly is the thing, because I think people have lost the reason why.
That's when I mean, ik don't
gone.
know what. If I'm thinking about it now, it's not the same.
It's not the same. The dynamic of dance has changed from moving into a more like social media driven industry where it's about you looking good and not really feeling. We're forgetting what we're doing. And I think we've all kind of lost our way along the way. And it's okay, but find your way back. And now I would say, after the longer journey, I think I think I have a standpoint in the industry.
Sure.
I feel free. I feel more free to give my opinion because I think I've worked hard to actually just have the knowledge that I have. You know what I mean?
Bro.
So I would say back then it was more like a dipstick research and you know, and now I'm like established and I'm still finding my way.
Of course.
I don't think it's any easier, but I think it's more structured now.
Okay, I get you.
Compared to back then,
the knowledge is better.
The knowledge is
way better.
But I think there will always be challenges. I think it's how we actually just work together, which is at the moment quite fairly difficult. But I think we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
As I work with the message,
Yes, man. I just miss that crew culture, man. I want that crew culture.
Of course, of what you guys had back then.
Yeah.
And then tell me, what is the vision for you as an artist?
Yo, I'm not gonna say I have one. I'm going with it. Like. And
But your journey was now also.
That is
whatever comes
I
up.
like that. To be honest, like people think I just dance. I'm an account manager. I'm at a marketing agency and firm, one of the biggest firms in Cape Town and Johannesburg. I would say they're a very successful firm, and they headhunted me.
Sure.
And big thanks to Michelle Combrink, because at Zinta I started off as a roadshow artist and she gave me a shot at being a junior account manager because she could see I had good management skills.
Sure.
And I just grew from
I
there.
leadership at the school begin.
You know? In the quad there with the lead, with the extension
that is
cord.
amazing though.
So to know that I can do that and bring that into my dance career and profile really assists me. Like
that is amazing.
Dancing, people think it's just about dancing. You actually need to be a dance entrepreneur, as Letitia
Thank you.
So it's not just about, yes, marketing is obviously essential, but like, do you know how to manage a budget? Do you know how to put together a plan or profile, or how to approach sponsors, how to have email etiquette, how to have people skills. You yourself, you are the business, but people don't see it that way.
Sure.
So I'm going to say that I don't know what the journey is, because now I'm in account management, I've got my own business, I'm dancing, I'm choreographing, I'm traveling, I'm coaching, I'm training.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, is meer as net een.
I'm just going with it.
Ek is oor dit. Want hulle sal vir jou kry op jou page, mos op die social media, jy moet dit glo. And then you've done, I mean, amazing things. You've danced with Lloyd Taylor.
Hey.
Bravo, hulle kry naam reg.
Yes.
Liquid Deep, to name a few, because there's so many things that you've done commercially.
Yeah.
How important is it for you for a dancer to establish themselves in the industry?
Very important. I think it's good, like when dancers move from Cape Town to Joburg, they're always like, what do I do? I'm like, let people know that you're here. Let them know you're here, let them know you're free, let them know, just keep pushing. Go to auditions, go to events, go to competitions, make yourself seen, make yourself visible, so people know, oh, you're here. So if I've got a gig, I can use you, I can use you, I can use you. So it's very important to market yourself, let people know where you are and when, especially here, because it's quite scarce in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And I think put yourself out there on social media, it really helps. Do stuff, post videos, do whatever you can to be seen, so people can know that person's
Absolutely. And then dance, what has dance taught you?
Self-love. Self-love. It's the only thing I think I have.
To have that is already a win, eh?
Yeah.
Self-love is something that we don't even speak about in our culture. So to have that already, as al klaar wen en baie mense raak oud en hulle het dit nie.
Yeah, to get to a point where I no longer really care is hard, because people say, I'm looking at you now, you say, I don't care what people think about me. You care.
You do.
I care what people think about me, you know? There are times when I want to post something so ratchet on Facebook.
Hey, because I'm Macy.
And I like type the whole thing and I'm like, no.
I'll do it my af.
Because you never know who's watching. That's the unfortunate part. And people are like, yeah, it's just Facebook. No, it's not Facebook. People in like high position, it stays there. They look at what you do. They don't just look at your CV. They go on your social media to see what kind of profile are you presenting to people.
Are you?
Exactly. Who are you? So self-love is a very big one for me. It's been a journey. Like it really has been, because I'm very critical of myself. Like I'll watch a video 5 times and I'm like, I could have done it better. And I'm trying to get to a point now where I see the good in what I do, no matter how small. I'm like, oh, I might not have done a perfect one, but I'm almost there. Like, and I'm pacing myself. My success is not based on how other people view how fast I need to travel. If my success is, I remember entering HHI in 2010 when we went to did I just say 2010? 2010.
That's fine. As ek weet wat jy sê.
Wow. And I was doing the All Stars battle, and I stood at the registration table with the money in my hand, and I was looking at Shami. Shami's like, listen, man, I've registered now. You're taking long. So the lady looks at me. She's like, what have you got to lose except 100 rand? I was like, huh? She's like, just do it.
Sure.
And then I remember standing backstage and I asked myself, why am I doing this? I said, I want to overcome my fear of dancing in a battle. It wasn't about winning. I was like, I want to overcome my fear of jumping onto a stage alone and dancing, because I've always been in a crew. Even though it's been part of my journey, I'm like, I need to have my own identity. Let me just conquer that fear. And I conquered that fear and made it to top 4.
You are welcome.
I did verbaas myself.
Yeah, that is verbaas. Yeah, you did verbaas. And then,
myself.
what advice did you wish that someone gave you before you got into this industry, into the dance industry? What advice do you think?
I think
would have been great.
I might have a cliche moment,
okay,
and be like, just don't think about it, just do it.
That's what baie mense sê, weet jy?
Don't think about it. If you're thinking about it, it means you might want to do it. And if you're festering on the thought, you probably do want to do it.
Sure.
So just do it. Like me, that I was like, cool, here's 100 rand. I jumped on stage. Sure. And I was like, top 4, wow.
Wow.
You know, and exactly made the decision to move to Joburg. I was like, 9 years later.
Sure, but and you've done
and
the yellow
no
things.
offense, but I do not believe I would have achieved half of what I did if I lived in Cape Town.
Sure.
No offense.
No, there's no offense, because I mean, no, I totally get
the
you.
The network is there, the work is there. I'm not saying
everyone, as if for Amelie, but it was your journey. I totally get you. And then highlights. Let's speak about the good moments. What was the nice moments for you in your journey so far?
Definitely hybrid. Number 1 for me. Number 1. I think I don't know if you guys are familiar with Kayam Tetwa, the gospel artist. He booked me to do his live DVD recording 2 years ago.
Sure.
And that was phenomenal for me. Like to know that someone trusted me with that from a stage direction perspective, from a creative directing perspective. That was phenomenal for me. I think doing my shadow judging at HHI, that was pinnacle.
Wow.
It was tiring.
Whole day, man, yeah.
Ek manager judged my alles man. Tot 1 o'clock in the ochtend. But anyway, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie. That was a big highlight for me. And then I think this year in itself has been a highlight, because I have found my passion and love for dancing in. People just think it's just continuous. There are low lights. There are times when you're like, I'm not good enough. I'm not performing. Like, I don't. You look at someone else and you're comparing yourself. Like, I should be there.
Sure.
Like, even though you have a position in the industry, like, you still have self-doubt, but like, you have to pick yourself up again. So I'm at the point now where I'm taking more class and falling in love with dance. It's been I think this year in itself has been a highlight, because I'm seeing growth in my dancing.
Amazing.
I'm seeing traction with my social media. I'm getting booked because I'm doing like influencer stuff now.
She's actually been flown up. Ek wil dit hy noem om hier te kom praat in die Kaap. Ek noem dit maar net. Ek gaan dit net sê. And I thank thee. That is levels. And I thank thee. It just shows the hard work. Yeah, this event that you're doing today. I mean, it hard work pays off. Last few questions. Yes. Have you ever gone through a painful moment? No. And it has actually been enlightening.
Yes.
In your journey.
I hardly speak about this. Only a few people that know me speak about this. When my mom passed 2 years ago, that was tough. Really, really tough. Like last month, May 29th, was actually the second anniversary of her passing.
Yeah.
And I didn't deal with it well.
Of course.
I wouldn't say like I wasn't like crying and stuff. I literally just like stuck my head in the sand. I was like, cool. Work.
I hear you.
And my family grieved. I didn't grieve. It hit me 6 months later.
Sure.
And I don't speak about this, and I'm seeing a lot of people, like Celeste Mitchell speaks about this on Facebook a lot. I was depressed for a year and a half. Not depressed crying, I just didn't deal with it. And I knew that I was incomplete denial. I only started dealing with it late last year.
Sure.
So now it's been like, I think now
it's not a mooi process, man. And it's not. It's ugly. It's an ugly process.
It's ugly, and now I'm experiencing the enlightenment now.
Wow.
Because I look at all the things. I was in a massive car accident last year.
Sure.
Nobody knows. Now they know.
Yeah. Hey.
Massive car accident last year, and I genuinely feel like my mother is protecting me.
My
like,
bro.
When I see something that I was supposed to do and I decide not to, and I see what happens, I'm like, did that. That was.
Sure.
And then I go, oh my word, and I managed to just miss bad moments.
Wow.
It passes me like.
Can I just say that
feel like my mom's just like.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
she was
shield
like,
my
no,
Yo,
no,
can I just say, because I mean, we've spoken about your mom throughout this interview, and I can say that it's soveel mooi goed in jou install, like the values, your morals, they stand uit dan ook. Like whether whether I liked you or
not
not.
just the jacket.
Nee, maar ek wil dit eintlik genoem het. Ek wil eintlik die jacket hashtag gesponsor hier koop. But honestly, you stand out as a dancer in South Africa. You know what I mean? You're one of those people we can be like, kyk, jy ken jy van Anuq, like from South Africa. So you
that
honestly just stand out. Any advice to the people watching and in social media? Where can people get you?
Advice. This question is always so
Yes,
vast,
yeah, as a
man.
vast enetjie. Maar
Like, believe in yourself. Never give up. And always finish your jungle oats. Maybe not that.
Dis ook 'n comedian. Ek weet nie wat boeke sy gaan nou as social media.
Yeah, I might just.
And I
have a manager already.
Ek weet. Ken jou plek.
My advice would be take risks, fail and fail again and fail again, and while you're failing, don't forget that you have a vision.
Sure.
Have a tunnel vision for what you want, and be realistic and mature about the fact that not everything you do is going to work out.
Sure.
Just because you see someone making it or having it like a successful pinnacle point in their career doesn't mean that they weren't at a place where they hit rock bottom.
Sure.
If you do, that is the one place where you are going to learn. If you're in that low spot, unless you haven't done anything, you haven't got an action plan, don't stay there.
Sure.
Whatever you do, whether it's going to be in a corporate industry or creative or performing arts, it's going to be tough. Because if you want to make money off this thing that you say, I always say turn your passion into profit. And if that is your intention, you have to understand and be matured about the fact that there are going to be obstacles. But that is it. It's only going to make you stronger. Sounds cliche, but it's the truth.
Sure.
But don't give up. When you get to that tipping point, that's the most important time where you must not give up and just realize, okay, I need to push just a little bit further and then I'm going to get there. And even when you're there, you're still not there.
Hey! Yay! And that's the attitude to have.
Unfortunately.
I love it. Social media, waar kan die man even boek vir die speaker live vir die volgende keer? Of 'n danser of 'n choreographer. Ek weet nie of jy lou kykie, want sy het my gestaan gebel jou. But I mean social media, where can they catch you?
It's a strange one. Thank you, Sally, for the nickname. B-Boy Sally and B-Boy Sam. You can catch me on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook at A Nuclear Bomb.
I was going to ask you about that, but nonetheless. There you have it.
Yeah.
A nuclear bomb. She's in the building. She exploded.
I did.
She rushed the show because also the tight there. Walk with me
we
out
don't.
here with Anuq. Shout out to you guys for watching. Appreciation.
Thank you so much.
Hey now.
Praat weer.